Hi, thank you for joining. My name is Suzanne. I'm going to be doing the live webinar for the process of finding an egg donor. So a little bit background about me. My name is Suzanne. I'm actually a third-party manager and I assist all patients looking for an egg donor, surrogate, sperm donor, and going through the whole process of their journey from beginning till the end. A little bit about me, 14 years of experience in third-party reproductive world. Started my career in administrative assistant as a surrogacy in an egg donor and surrogacy agency. Progressed into basically helping so many couples finding their specific egg donor, surrogate, and sperm donor. I've actually myself have been an egg donor myself before, and I'm just looking forward to helping thousands and thousands of couples enjoy their journey to parenthood. So SCRC, we have more than 25 years of experience with our doctors here. State-of-the-art embryology labs, on-site surgery centers. We have locations in Beverly Hills, Pasadena, Santa Barbara, and Ventura. I'm actually located in the Beverly Hills office. We also have like I said, premier laboratory and surgery center. What sets us apart is we have experience in certified directors, double witnessing verification flash freezing, blastocyst biopsy, PGTA, PGTM, 24 chromosome genetic testings, along with sex selection and embryoscope. Some of the fertility options that we do have here at SCRC are egg freezing, sperm freezing, embryo freezing, IUI, IVF, again, third-party world, surrogacy, egg donors, and sperm. Today, what we will be discussing is basically looking for an egg donor using fresh or frozen, the step-by-step journey, timeline from beginning till the end, insights from our experience, meeting my team, and then we'll get to Q&As. So the beginning journey, finding an egg donor. I speak to a lot of patients on a daily basis in regards to looking for an egg donor. They experience emotions of grief over infertility and loss of ability to conceive on their own. That is one of the things that a lot of our IPs, our intended parents, have to go through. The process of choosing an egg donor can be overwhelming, but we're here. We're here to guide you from beginning to the end. There is no wrong choice. We want to be able to guide you and help and assist you. So if you're looking for specific ethnicity, looking for height, weight, education background, that's what we're here for. And we actually reach out to most of the egg donor companies and agencies to help guide you through that as well. So there is hope at the end of the journey. We want the ultimate goal for you as intended parents is to be able to bring home that baby at the end of the day. So we're here, you're not alone. We're here with every step that we can help you with. Using what are fresh donor eggs? Fresh donor eggs are retrieved from the donor and used immediately for transfer to the recipient or surrogate or potential parent. Typically within a cycle, doctors would like to say that there's higher success rates. Fresh eggs can lead to better overall success in achieving a pregnancy. Controlled timing. We know when the donor is going to have her period, get her coming in for medical screening, and then we know when she's going to have her retrieval. With frozen donor eggs, they're already retrieved from the egg donor, cryopreserved, and stored for later use in fertilization and transfer. So this is a little bit more flexible timing. The intended parents can look for their specific donor on a database, obviously, and then they're able to use those frozen eggs, bring them over here through shipping, And then it's more of a personal timing wise. If you're quicker, you want it quicker process. There's a bigger variety of donor profiles. They're already frozen, so all we have to do is schedule ship. There are pros and cons to using frozen and fresh donor eggs. Frozen donor eggs is basically a quicker journey. Like I said, are shipped directly to SCRC from outside labs, cryobanks, which then are created into embryos in our art lab. Not all frozen eggs survive the thaw process to then become embryos. So that's something, so within that range, frozen egg banks actually like to say they're by cohorts, and each cohort is 6 to 8 eggs that they're purchasing. So it depends on your doctor and what your doctor recommends in purchasing how many eggs you'd like to purchase for your journey in itself. Not every parent, not every IP wants to purchase, let's just say your doctor says 8 to 10 eggs, and then the intended parents say, I would like to only purchase 6 or 8 eggs. So that's something that you really have to look into and speak with your doctor about. Fresh donor eggs usually is most preferred by our doctors. It's usually about a 3 to 5 month journey. With a potentially a better outcome of more embryos. Within the cycle of a fresh donor, you'll receive all eggs that are coming from that fresh donor. So what we do here for a third party, you'll go to Maria first, who is our person that you'll be talking to. You'll come to me next. We'll give you a list of agencies that will guide you in regards to looking for your specific particular egg donor based on hair color, eye color, height, race, ethnicity, hobbies, local, out of state. It depends on what exactly you're looking for an egg donor, and we'll be able to guide you with that as well. So yes, like I said, developing your criteria, the ethnicity, educational background, lifestyle and personal background, family history of disease, marital status, proven donors, in-person meeting. So a lot of the times right now, donors are fully anonymous. Sometimes you'll get a very detailed profile, but if there's something that you'd like to ask more of the donor from the agencies, they like to ask your questions. We'll get those the questions to your answers. For example, some intended parents don't like to have any like the education, somebody that's an Ivy League donor, somebody that's from their family background that hasn't had any cancer, anything like that. They're usually already screened beforehand. So matching with an egg donor and financial clearance. Once you've selected an egg donor, your agency will then send us the match sheets and medical records of that specific donor if they've been a proven egg donor before. First time donors, they go through the process beginning till the end. So that includes psychological screening for our team to review, and then you'll be moved over to the financial team to go ahead and discuss this cost associated with the cycle. Match sheets, that is actually just demographics of the donor along with the intended parents that they are matched with, so we can put them into our system, our EMR system, so that we know that that intended parent is matched with that specific donor. And we go by donor codes. Sheets and medical screening. Your agency will send over the match sheets to our SCRC third-party team. We'll process the match, meaning we'll put them up into our system, our EMR system. We'll contact your egg donor to schedule our medical screening, day 3 of the donor's next period. So we'll be in contact and we'll be in communication with both parties, intended parents, and the egg donor as well. For the medical screening. So usually this is done day 3 of once the donor gets her period. Your donor will meet with the doctor, undergo blood work, urine tests, cultures, pap smear, and genetic testing. And then she'll also sign all consent forms. With with that, the genetic testing, it'll be genetically, will then be able to confirm that the intended father or the sperm source will be compatible with the donor. Medical clearance. Medical clearance right after that the appointment takes place. It usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks to receive results. That means donor is cleared, and then you can then proceed to legal contracts. Clearance. Your agency will then be informed to begin drafting the legal contracts between you and your egg donor. Once we receive, and that usually takes about 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how many red lines there is in between you and the donor and what you guys agree upon. Once SCRC receives the legal clearance, third-party team will then create a calendar of when your donor starts her medications up until her retrieval date. Medications. Our SCRC team, our third-party team, will send you the cycle calendar, the donor, and order the medications. Medications are usually placed with our pharmacies that we usually use, and they also send over med teaching so that the donor is not, understands how to use the medications. And I'm also there, and the agency will also then be there to guide your donor in regards to the medications. Once these are in place, your egg donor will then begin medications. Medications are usually between 10 and 12 days from when the donor starts her next period. And she'll start her medications, and then about 10 to 12 days later, she'll have her egg retrieved. So here's the egg retrieval timeline. From end to end treatment. So the baseline ultrasound, day 1, day 4 to 5, she'll come in for blood test and ultrasound to see how her follicles are growing. Again, day 6 or 7, the next day or 2 days later. Another day 8 to 9, ultrasound and blood test to make sure that the follicles are growing. Day 10 to 14, that's when we'll know when she'll have her triggers. And then 2 days later, about 48 hours later, she'll have her egg retrieval here. Retrieval. Your donor will undergo an egg retrieval procedure. Once our third-party team receives the labs report, you'll be informed the number of eggs retrieved. Your donor eggs will become embryos. They will undergo genetic testing and cryopreserved when you or your surrogate is ready for a transfer. Egg retrieval. So the doctor will have her day 1 baseline ultrasound to see exactly how many follicles are resting or sitting there. Day 10 to 14 stimulation, trigger shot ready, and then the egg retrieval day, they'll put your donor under anesthesia, and then they'll go ahead and retrieve the eggs. So here is the full timeline of using a fresh donor. Locating your donor depends on how soon that the ball's in your court, how soon you're looking for you to start this process. Usually it takes about 3 to 6 weeks. There's a ton of donors out there. We could find your specific donor based on your criteria. Once the match and the egg donor financial clearance, you could take quicker, about 2 to 3 weeks, or 3 to 6 weeks. Match sheets and medical screening, that depends on the donor when she's going to be starting her period. So we'll base that off of when she starts her period. Medical screening, day 3 of her period. Medical screening results, medical clearance is 2 to 3 weeks. Legal clearance can take up to 1 to 2 weeks. Injectable medications, 10 to 12 days. And again, the egg retrieval is 1 day. And the donor usually has a companion that'll be able to take her home that same day. And then 2 days later, we'll have her come back in for to do a checkup.
Thank you guys so much for attending our webinar. These are just some promotions that we have. So now till June 16th, we'll be offering 25% off IVF and any egg-free cycle. More details for this information and this promotion can be found on our website, or you can visit our Instagram to read more. We also will be holding a free AMH testing event that includes a free virtual consultation. This event is April 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. Please feel free to reserve your spot by filling out the consult form on our website, which is scrcivf.com. So here are SCR fertility physician team. We're so happy to be able to provide you all services here. We have over 220,000 babies and millions of memories begin with a visit for SCRC. We're so happy to be able to provide any services for you guys. And we'd love to hear some of your questions regarding finding an egg donor with Suzanne. Alrighty, do we have any questions? We're here to help. Any questions regarding the timeline, regarding finding an egg donor? Suzanne is here to help you. So if you like, please ask your questions in the chat and she'll be happy to answer. Alrighty, I don't see any questions. We would like to thank you guys again for this webinar, for coming and hearing about finding an egg donor. We would like you to remember that at SCRC, we're here with you every step of the way. Suzanne is an amazing third-party
Oh,
manager.
there is a question. Is it hard to find an Indian donor? So there's a lot of agencies right now that actually promote Indian donors. We can definitely find an egg donor for you right now. We actually have a few IPs that have Indian donors themselves. So no, it's not hard to find.
Alrighty, that was a great question. If you'd like any help, please feel free to go to our website, fill out a consult form, and get in touch with Susan. Thank you all for visiting our webinar, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good one.